All right, well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Greater St. Louis, Inc. My name is Jason Hall, and I'm the CEO of Greater St. Louis, Inc., which is an alliance of the civic-minded chief executives and broader business community in our bi-state metro. We are led by our founding chairman, Andy Taylor, who is also the executive chairman of St. Louis-based Enterprise Holdings, Inc., one of the largest family-owned businesses in the United States. And our focus is making sure that St. Louis wins this decade and emerges from the post-pandemic era and the new global forces that we find ourselves in as the standard bearer for shaping a growing and more inclusive economy. Let me begin by extending a very special welcome to Assistant Secretary Alejandra Castillo. I had the pleasure of breaking bread with her a few weeks ago, and I will say that our country and the United States Department of Commerce is in very good hands. Myself, a former cabinet secretary at the state level only, certainly appreciate the quality of leadership that is willing to step up and serve our country at this time. And Madam Secretary, you represent the finest. Thank you. We're excited to have you join us here today to talk about how this incredible federal investment will boost our economy, grow our manufacturing sector, and be a catalyst for breaking down silos. Because we know more broadly that Build Back Better is an example of cutting-edge public policy led by President Joe Biden's administration to invest in American resilience and security through place-based, innovation-led catalysts to build a more inclusive economy. Critically, this investment rewards metros that can break down silos and unite networks of people to take real action and deliver real solutions. You know, there's something to this, because on Monday I was with the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency Director, Vice Admiral Whitworth, who was in from DC, and reported to the St. Louis community, no other community in this country has organized and built a geospatial innovation ecosystem that unites business, philanthropy, education, and the public sector like St. Louis. This grant is a big win for our metro. It continues our positive momentum and the power of what happens when we speak with one voice, work from one agenda, and move in the same direction. We're pleased to be joined by major elected officials here this morning alongside our community partners. That includes Congresswoman Cori Bush and St. Louis Mayor Tishaura O. Jones. And if you can give me an audible, she is quite literally the cover of St. Louis Magazine right now. And I love that picture of our mayor. And also St. Charles County Executive Steve Ellman. And on that topic of advanced manufacturing, Madam Secretary, we are proud to be working with the county executive on General Motors' historic $1.5 billion transformational investment in St. Charles County that will make our metro the third largest General Motors site in the world. Yesterday, we announced that Piston Automotive, one of the largest Black-owned businesses in this country, led by former Detroit Pistons star Vinnie Johnson, just selected our metro near the General Motors site for his latest expansion, bringing hundreds of new jobs to our region. With that, it is now my pleasure to turn over the microphone to Mayor Tishaura O. Jones of the City of St. Louis. Mayor?
Thank you, Jason, and wonderful prop you had there.
I'm going to use it a lot this
Right,
morning.
I can get you an autograph. Good morning, and I'm so excited to welcome Assistant Secretary of Commerce for Economic Development, Alejandra Castillo, to St. Louis today as we celebrate our region-winning competitive $25 million Build Back Better grant. The Assistant Secretary and I have known each other for many years, and we met during the Obama administration, so welcome to St. Louis. Government works best when we work together. And I'm proud to say that is exactly what we did to win this competitive grant. St. Louis City, St. Louis County, SLDC, and the St. Louis Economic Development Partnership and Greater St. Louis, Inc. came together to demonstrate the power of regional collaboration across the public and private sectors. This federal investment in AMIC STO will help transform our neighborhoods and create good-paying jobs and opportunities for working families. It'll resonate across generations, past, present, and future. When I think about this investment, I think about my cousin Pete, who started working at Boeing in his 20s, and it allowed him to buy his first home, pay it off early, and still take care of his family. And I think about my son, who attended his first homecoming just a few weeks ago and is still trying to figure out what he wants to do when he grows up. Parents like me across St. Louis are asking themselves right now, how will my child get a job at NGA? And soon they'll ask the same of AMIC STL. What does this mean for me and my community? After all, our babies can't be what they can't see. And thanks to the work of those in this room today, our next generation will grow up with AMIC STL right in their backyards in North City. NGA and AMIC STL, these two projects will fortify growing regional industries while making our city stronger and safer by investing in neighborhoods long left behind. We're also working to make sure that this economic growth and development is equitable and inclusive. After all, poverty is the father of crime. Through Project Connect, SLDC, through the leadership of Neil Richardson, is connecting with residents in our neighborhoods surrounding the new NGA West Campus. And as we build these transformative new projects, Project Connect ensures coordination and collaboration between neighborhood revitalization, transportation and transit, and other redevelopment efforts to help make sure that those who have stayed dedicated to their neighborhoods are not pushed out. By growing our bioscience, advanced manufacturing, and geospatial intelligence industries right here in St. Louis, our city is building on our momentum and primed as a major tech and innovation hub in the Midwest that I like to call Silicon Prairie. We are definitely back on the map. Thank you and God bless.
I like that Silicon Prairie. I'm going to use that. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here. To our mayor and to Greater STL and all of those that have come together today. I'm so excited to be able to be here to welcome Assistant Secretary of Commerce for Economic Development, again, Alejandro Castillo. Thank you for your heart and your commitment to this work. We are thrilled to have you in St. Louis, so welcome to St. Louis. Today is a special day. It's an important day. This is because today we gather together to celebrate and to thank the U.S. Department of Commerce for awarding North St. Louis and the competitive and prestigious $25 million grant to construct an advanced manufacturing innovation center and bring together the region's 3 leading industry clusters of geospatial, biosciences, and advanced manufacturing. Additionally, I would like to shout out and thank our local partners, Greater St. Louis Inc., Rankin Tech, Rung for Women, and so many more, who have committed an additional $16 million in funds in order to help grow the manufacturing sector right here in the St. Louis community. This kind of funding and investment into our community will be transformational. Not only will this project stimulate our local economy through the creation of hundreds of new jobs, but it will make economically inclusive investments in our neighborhoods that have been historically underinvested in. This project will provide opportunities for people in our community who for too many years have been left out of the conversation. Last year, I was proud to have helped pass and get signed into law the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan Act because I knew that St. Louis stood to gain, that North St. Louis stood to gain. And that's exactly what's happening through the leadership of our mayor and our board of alders. And it's what's happening today with this Build Back Better Regional Challenge Award, which is why, lastly, I would like to thank everyone for being here today. And as I look around the table and around this room, I see a diverse group of organizations and colleges, businesses, workforce programs, and other organizations that represent our community. By being here today, you are showing your commitment to our community and your willingness to work together to provide it with the very best. This is what's possible, like our mayor said, when our region comes together across all levels, from government and all over, to deliver life-saving. And I always go back to that life-saving. You know, I'm a nurse. So that's first for me, life-saving change for our community. And my office and I are proud to partner with our mayor, our community partners, the EDA, and the president, Joe Biden, to deliver this and other historic investments in North St. Louis. This is exactly the kind of collaboration and partnership that is necessary in order to best deliver for St. Louis. So thank you all for being here today. And again, thank you for coming to St. Louis. Assistant Secretary, I'm looking forward to working with you. And thank you.